So my name's Joanne Colwell, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. And I'm a psychologist and a psychodramatist and a doctorate student. And I've designed a program that I've called the Bystander Behavior Program. So if I can get this, it's not mine. Hang on. I need some help. Oh no, this is mine. Yep, cool. Yeah, but how do I open it? I got it. Excellent. No, that's the wrong view. I told you. It's his fault. The wrong view. Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, cool. Excellent. All right. So this is a postcard. So this is my Bystander Behavior Program. And I've put together a presentation, quite a very formal academic presentation. But we're all bullying experts in this room, from what I can gather from all the conversations I've had. So I thought I'm going to throw this out to you, the audience, to see if you want to do the formal presentation, or would you rather find out what my program is about? About? All right, so we are going to do some psychodrama then. And I will need volunteers from the audience. Okay? So I've got 20 minutes, and Marina is going to time me, which is really cool. All right, so we're going to do my program. So I need 2 empty chairs. Excellent, thank you. Now we have to stay in the light for the cameraman, so we're going to be a bit cramped. All right, and then I need volunteers. Yes, come on up. I need more than one, because this is a bystander behavior program. So up, come on up. More, I need about 5 more people. Yes, keep coming. If it wasn't such a big room with so many chairs, I'd do it on the floor and get rid of the chairs. This is a psychodramatist in me. Hello.
Hi, I'm Karin.
Karen.
Karen.
Karen?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go hard.
Go hard. Ta.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa. I need a few more people.
Dennis.
Yes, thank you.
Kala.
Thank you. I'm not going to remember everyone's name. Couple more people, please. Yes. All right, we're going to stay in the light for the cameraman. Okay, now I want you to imagine that you're in year 7. So in Australia, we go from primary school, which is grade 6, to year 7, which is the first year of high school. So you're 12, 13 years old. Yeah? Can you grab that 12, 13-year-old inside of you? Yeah, cool. All right, so there's a lot of bullying in your school. There's always bullying, doesn't matter which school you're in. And this strange person has come to your school to do something different, because in primary school in Australia, they talk a lot about the bully and the victim and what to do, what not to do, but it's really boring and it never works and the teachers don't get involved, so it doesn't work. So we have 2 empty chairs. This is the bully over here, and this is the victim over here. Now, at no time does a student sit in these chairs. These chairs remain empty because of the safety reasons. So in every classroom, there will be a bully and a victim. So these 2 chairs stay empty. So the victim has a defender. So I want someone to be the victim's friend who stands up for them.
You're looking at me?
Yeah, I'm looking at you. And the bully has an assistant. So, yep. And then there are more bystanders. So if you just want to scatter yourselves around, so there'll be a reinforcer here as well that assists the bully. And you may only have one friend, or you might have a couple of friends. So these are the bystander roles. And I have Christina Salmavalli, I probably haven't said that right, to thank, because I read her 96 paper that described the bystander roles, and she used the term roles, which just made the psychodramatist in me get very excited. So it's her fault I'm up here on the stage. And I have spent years of my life working on this stuff, getting it right. So when I first started working on my doctorate, what I planned to do was 10 sessions long, because I'm a psychodramatist and you need to consolidate new learning. And I spoke with the schools and they went, no, we can't do 10 sessions. And I said, well, what would you be willing to host? 4. So I went away and had a panic attack and redesigned my program and came back, and we have 4 40-minute sessions. I condensed my program into 4 40-minute sessions, and I ran it in a Year 7 class in December 2015, and I had a significant decrease in victimisation, which is really cool. There was also changes in cyberbullying as well, because the program works with cyberbullying. And there were changes in bystander behaviours. So I want to talk to Robert Thunberg, and I don't know what he looks like, so if anyone sees him, just shove him in my direction, because his measures are involved in my program. So, and we've emailed a lot, which is really cool, but I can put faces to people's emails now, which is really good. So we have 4 40-minute sessions. I need 3 more people, really, or 1 will do, because I have trained up assistants to work with me. Because in Australia, our class size is about 25. So we have broken the class down into small groups. So I am using master students, honour students in psychology, and I'm providing them with some training in psychodrama and the program itself. So I need 1 more volunteer. 1 person, please. Be brave. Come into the light. Very good, thank you. All right. Over with me because you're the assistant. You are in charge of this group. Yep. No, the whole group.
Okay.
So this whole group, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, and then there's another group of 7 over here and another group of 7 over here. So it gets quite noisy, but it's really good fun. So the very first session, I should turn around and stand in the light apparently. So the very first session, there is a little video clip, which I don't have with me, of a bullying scenario. So we show this to the class and then we talk about it. And we talk about bullying and we talk about the different roles involved. We get the kids to provide us with the different roles involved and to tell us what they know about bullying, and we put it up on butcher's paper around the room. And then I take it home and I put it all on the computer and take it back for the next session. So we give them back a summary. So in the first session, we do a spectrogram. So you might not know does anyone know what a spectrogram is? All right. So I want you guys to line up. We're just going to change roles for a second. Just all line up. So what you do is you get the kids in the class to line up according to how much information they know about bullying. So what do you know about bullying? So this end will be nothing at all. And this end would be everything. I've learned everything about bullying. I'm so sick of talking about it. I don't want to hear anything more about it. So this is a spectrogram. So you get an idea of what the children know already. Yep, and so we do a couple of these to warm them up. So we're warming the class up. So that's a psychodrama term, is warming up. So we're warming them up to the work, which is the bystander behaviour roles. So your job now is to come over with me. We have a little chat. Right, this is your group. And now we're going to do an enactment of a bullying situation.
You and I.
Yep. Well, you are, because I'm walking around the classroom supervising the assistants. So we've done a lot of training.
Yes.
So we're going to do 6 hours of training. So, and lots of role play where you're in the roles of these students.
Yes.
So you know what it feels like to be doing this. Yeah, that's what psychodrama is like. All right, so take up the first roles. So back in the bystander roles. Right. So come with me. Oh, we should stand over here. It's all about stage production in psychodrama. Don't put your back to the audience stuff. Right. So here we have the bully. This is the bully and this is the victim. So what has the bully done?
He called the victim's parents poor.
Oh. Okay, and then what did the victim do?
The victim punched him in the stomach.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, that's cool. That's a bully victim. Yeah, there's always one, isn't there? All right.
Afterwards.
Afterwards. So what did the victim do first? So punched him in the stomach afterwards. So that was in a different scenario.
Yeah.
So what did he do first?
Before the comment?
Your parents are poor. So what was the response?
No, that was my response.
To punch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All right. Yep.
Her
So
response.
her response is to go poof.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll teach you to be a bully. I'll just bully you
But it's
back.
something else.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So now we know the scenario, and it's come from the kids themselves, not from the adults, not from us, but from the kids. This is something they have seen in the school ground. Yep. All right. So then now it's your turn to take up the role of the bystanders. So what I want you to do is imagine how you could respond to this scenario. So what is it you can do? Now this is the bit that empowers the kids to actually step into being an active bystander. So what would you do? If you saw this, what would you do?
At 12, I would probably actually help the person who is affected by calling them out
Yep, so
even further. Because the punch isn't enough. So at 12, I probably would have said, why would you say something like that to my friend? You shouldn't have done that. Sorry, looking at you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just supporting.
You shouldn't
the
have done
bully.
that. Can you see what you made her do? That wasn't cool.
Yep.
That's probably.
So that's interesting. Did you see what you made her do? You didn't make her do anything. That was her choice. Yep. So now that is interesting. So you are defending the victim, and you're really brave because you're standing up to the bully. So sometimes it's too scary to stand up to the bully because you might get thumped later on. Yep. So you don't have to actually stand up to the bully in this program, but that was really cool. All right. Whoop, fall off the stage. Okay, so what would you do?
Not talking about now, but when I was 12, 13, I probably would have thought I was too uncool to make it to be involved, to make it any better for you. So I would have just thought, that's not nice, but I wouldn't have done anything.
Okay, so you would have stayed
Because-
silent.
And I would have been worried that I would then be bullied myself by
Yeah.
coming to you.
Yep, and this is quite typical, yep. So students stay silent because they're scared, they're worried, they're not sure where they fit in, so they do nothing. So the silent bystander. And this is the problem, is when the bystander stays silent, it actually colludes with the bully. So it gives the bully an audience, and it keeps the bully going. So now you're not 12 or 13, just imagine you've stepped out of that experience and you're a new 12 or 13-year-old, got a little bit more confidence. What would you do now?
Well, that was a choice of doing something myself or going to get help. And still, if I was more confident, even if I was more confident, I probably would have gone to get help
Excellent.
from an adult.
Yeah, that's excellent. No, that's really cool. That's what teachers are for. Yeah, you go and get help.
If I had a good teacher, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're working on the teachers. Someone else is working with the teachers.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Your assistant.
No, he's working with me. So Roberto is actually in charge of this
Yeah.
group. So we can give him the microphone so you can have a go. So you ask the next bystander, what would they do?
So come over here.
Yep.
Hello, so what would you do?
I'm afraid I might join the punching.
Ah.
So you might want to go, they're punching on this side or they're punching on
With
this
her.
side?
So you're supporting
Okay.
the victim, but you feel like you want to punch this bully. Has he bullied you before?
Probably.
Oh, yes. Yeah. All right. So do you think you could come up with a different response?
I might also, as mentioned earlier, try and find an adult
Yep.
able to help us. It might be difficult. Probably I wouldn't trust all the adults,
Yep.
but hopefully there's one,
A safe teacher.
a safe teacher.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you could do is you could actually go with your friend here and support one another to find a teacher. So you can have a conversation here so that you're supported in finding a teacher. Did you?
If I'm uncool, would you still talk to me?
Well, if we had a common interest, yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Oh,
that's good.
cool. Yep.
Bring us together.
Yep. All right. Then you go and ask over this side because these are
Yes,
the,
yeah, and
the assistants to the bully.
But if he had come and joined the punching, what would you have done?
I would have stepped up for my bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he's getting punched. I can't allow that. He only said some stupid things. Doesn't deserve a punch.
Yeah, he didn't expect to be punched, did he?
No.
No, it took him by surprise. So, you know, what do you think about his comment, though?
Mean kids. We are mean to each other all the time.
Yeah, would you like it if someone said that to you?
Then I would say something back.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
All right. Do you think you could come up with something a little bit different?
Yeah, I could come up with a lot of things to say.
Do you think it's really cool to be mean all the time?
No, not really. But it's not that mean.
Yeah, it is really mean. Look how upset she was. She was so upset she punched your friend.
Yeah, but she used violence against him.
Yeah,
That's not okay.
It really hurt her feelings. Is that okay?
No.
So there's some thinking here, isn't there?
But she could have talked back.
Yeah,
instead.
but no, she was too upset, wasn't she? She just reacted.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think she might have been teased before.
maybe.
I think she's had enough. A gutful,
Maybe.
actually.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, so you got some thinking to do.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I've only got 5 minutes left. So the kids get to do this each session. Everybody in the classroom gets to be a bystander in a different role and experience the bullying from a different bystander role. And it covers cyberbullying as well. Wow, which was a bit tricky because I had to squish that in there. Because in cyberbullying, they're still bystanders. You still have the bully and you still have the victim. And the kids really want to know what to do in the cyberbullying. And, you know, they're the bystanders. And so we do the same thing. We work on that. We role play. We put a little computer and turn the chairs around because when you're on the computer, you can't see the people. Can you hold that, please? So for the cyberbullying, the chairs are back to back because it's what you do when you're on the phone to someone in a drama, in a psychodrama. So the bully and the victim can't see one another, but you're on your smartphone or on your tablet, attached to your eye somewhere. And you can see what's happening. Yep. So then you can come up with a different response. And everybody in the classroom gets to do that. So, and every time we watch the video twice, and then we get them to view it the second time from a different perspective. And then at the last session, it's a consolidation of the learning. So I have a postcard with this on it. Everybody in the class gets one of these and writes a message that they've made up just before that. So they work in little teams and they come up with a catchphrase, something that makes sense to them as a reminder, and they get to take this away with them. And it's stuck. In the focus group, I was overwhelmed with the positive feedback. They didn't want to change anything. They wanted to have a few more props. They wanted to do more role play, and they wanted to do it again. And when they said, are you coming back? And I said, yes. And they said, can we do it again? And I said, no, I have to work with the new Year 7s. They went, oh, can we come anyway? Which I thought was fantastic feedback. So it got the students to own the bystander behaviour. And that's what it's all about. And that's why there was a significant decrease in victimisation. And there was an almost significant decrease in cyberbullying as well. So, and there were moderate, large changes in bystander behaviours. So in July, I'm running it across the whole Year 7 level. So I'm hoping to get really positive outcomes, which would be really cool. And then the education department will pick up the program. How's that for timing? Cool. Yes.
Do you always work with this? Are the groups stagnant for each session, like the 4 different ones, or do you mix the groups up?
Mix the groups up. Like you can't have a group of boys. They won't listen to the assistant. You know, you have lovely young PhD or master students. They're not very good at controlling year 12, 12-year-olds. So depending on how the first session goes, then we can mix them up. Yep. So the groups can be changed. And I tend to break up. I have to stay with my best friend because it's too scary. Yep. Yeah, because then they don't do the work. So it's about getting the kids to do the work. Yep, so mixed up. Any other questions? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, auxiliaries.